What's going on, guys? This is Kedar here, and today in this video on state-wise stimulus update, actually we have got 19 states which are sending out stimulus check of some sorts. Some state might be calling as a tax refund, middle class tax refund, tax rebates, child tax credits, energy relief payment, permanent fund dividend, property tax rebates, inflation relief checks. You name it, there are tons of names for these kinds of stimulus checks, but nevertheless, there are over 18 states which are sending out stimulus checks of some form. And most important question is, are you eligible for these stimulus checks? Is your state sending out stimulus check? Today in this video, we will be going through all the important states, 19 states which are sending out stimulus check. And by the way, this video is a continuation, a part 2 of a previous video that we have done where we have covered 9 states which are sending out stimulus check. So if you haven't watched that video, I will drop that video right in the description, also in the I button right over here, so you can check it out right after this video. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now before we start, make sure to check out other videos from our channel on statewide stimulus, California gas rebate, past states sending out stimulus payment, social security benefits and all that. Make sure to subscribe with bell notification turn on, which will keep you up to date as we upload new videos every single day. And make sure to hit that like button for me, that really helps us pushing out all these videos. And without further ado, let's get right into all the details. Okay, so starting with the Indiana, here we got $325 rebate payments. And just like the Georgia, Indiana found itself with a healthy budget surplus at the end of 2021, and they have authorized 2 rebates to their residents. So in the month of December 2021, Governor Eric Holcomb announced that Indiana taxpayers could get $125 one-time tax refund, and Indiana taxpayer can able to receive this after they have filed their 2021 taxes. And there is no income requirement as of right now stated, but resident must have filed state tax return for the year 2020, and most importantly, you must file your state tax return by January 3rd 2022, as well as a 2021 Indiana tax return by April 18th 2022 in order to be eligible. And the payments will start distributing in the month of May according to the state, and the taxpayers who filed jointly will receive a single deposit of $250. And speaking of the second rebate payment, well, this was also approved in the month of August 2022, and this will grant another $200 per taxpayer. So we are talking about $250 a single payment and another $200 per taxpayer, so about $450 Indiana residents may receive. Now most of the taxpayers will receive their refunds by direct deposit, and the second payments already started rolling out in the late August. And if you have changed banks or any other information, or you don't have a direct deposit information on your income tax file, then you'll receive a paper check for your payments. And individuals who are only eligible for $200 payments will not receive them at this time. They will have to file a 2022 state tax return before January 1st 2024 in order to claim the credit. For more details, you can visit Indiana Department of Revenue website in.gov. And moving forward to the next state, we got Maine, and Maine residents are on their way to receive a $850 direct relief payments. And as stated by Governor Janet Mills, Governor signed a supplemental budget on April 20th in order to authorize a direct relief payments of $850 for Maine taxpayers and full-time residents with a federal adjusted gross income of less than $100,000 for single filers, and if you are filing as a heads of household, then $115,000 or $200,000 for couples filing jointly. All those with such adjusted gross income are considered eligible, and couples filing jointly will receive one-time relief check per taxpayer for a total of $1,700. And taxpayers are eligible for these payments regardless of whether they owe income tax on the state or not. And residents who didn't file a state tax return for the year 2021 can file through the October 31st deadline in order to claim their payments. And the one-time payments, which are being funded by the state's budget surplus, starting rolling out via mail in the month of June to the address stated on your 2021 Maine tax returns. And the supplemental budget also includes an increased benefit for Maine Earned Income Tax Credit, that is eitc recipients. And coming over to the next important state, we got Massachusetts. And here in the Massachusetts state, lawmakers are sending sending out $250 tax rebate payments, and all thanks to an income tax revenue surplus. And about nearly $3 billion will be distributed through this plan. And eligible taxpayers will receive 14% of their 2021 tax liability less any offset such as unpaid tax liability from previous years and unpaid child support. Both residents and non-resident filers are eligible for the refund, and you must file a 2021 state tax return on September 15th, 2023 or before that deadline in order to be eligible to receive this rebate. And those who have filed a tax return before October 17th, 2022 should expect to receive their refunds by mid-December, and all should expect to receive their refund approximately 1 month after they file. So right after October 17th deadline, you should receive your payments 1 month after that. Moving forward, we got next state Minnesota, and here in the Minnesota we got $488 payments for frontline workers. As for the details, some of the frontline workers should receive a one-time payments of $488 in October thanks to a bill signed by Governor Tim Walz in early May. And through this bill, eligible workers must have worked at least 120 hours in Minnesota between March 15, 2020 and June 30, 2021. So this is the period you need to be worked on at least 120 hours, and you are not eligible for a remote work. So you need to be worked onto the field. So therefore, workers with direct COVID-19 patient care responsibilities must have had an adjusted gross income of less than $175,000 between December 2019 and January 2022. And workers without direct patient care responsibilities must have had an adjusted gross income of less than $85,000 annually for some period. So that's about Minnesota's $488 frontline worker payments. And moving forward, we got New Jersey. Here in the New Jersey, we got $500 rebate checks, and in the fall 2021, New Jersey state legislature have approved a budget measure to send out up to $500 one-time payments to nearly 1 million families. And New Jersey is also sending out payments to those people who have filed taxes using a taxpayer identification number instead of their social security number. And the excluded New Jersey's fund applies to non-resident and resident alliance, their spouses and dependents as well. So remember, New Jersey residents can get $500 rebate checks through this one. Coming over to the next state, we got New Mexico up to $500 rebates. In early March, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham signed a law to send a multiple payments to state taxpayers. And we are talking about low-income New Mexico residents. They could apply for relief payments of at least $400 starting on September 26, 2022, and the application deadline was October 7th, 2022. The low-income relief payments are part of a $20 million in the state budget for economic relief efforts, and application approvals are limited to budget allotments, and the lowest income families would be paid off first. And another payment in the form of refundable income tax rebate was issued to all the taxpayers, so single filers received $500 and joint filers will receive $1,000, and this rebate was split into two equal payments. One was delivered in the month of June and another one delivered in the August 2022, and the funds were sent out automatically to taxpayers who have filed a 2021 state tax return. So if you manage to file your 2021 state income tax return by May 31st, 2023, then you will receive your rebate by direct deposit or paper check. And that's if you owe tax from your 2021 return, then it will be deducted from your rebate amount. Next one, we got Oregon. In the Oregon, we got direct payments of $600. So in the March 2022, Oregon legislature voted to approve one-time $600 payments to some of the residents. In that, taxpayers who received the earned income tax credit, that is eitc, on their 2020 state tax return, and those who have lived in the state of Oregon for the last 6 months of the year 2020 were considered eligible to receive this one-time payment per household. And the state used federal pandemic aid to provide direct payments to low-income residents, and more than 236,000 households received a payments in that, and all payments were distributed by direct deposit or mail between June 23rd and July 1st, 2022. Coming over to the Rhode Island, we got $250 rebate per child. Rhode Island is sending out one-time payments of $250 per child thanks to state budget surplus. Therefore, households can receive payments up to $750 for up to 3 dependent maximum they can claim. And those children must have listed on your dependents on your 2021 federal state income tax returns in order to be eligible, and taxpayers must earn $100,000 or less as an individual or $200,000 or less as a two-income household to be eligible for the payment. And child tax rebate checks distribution began on October 3rd, and taxpayers who filed their 2021 tax returns on extension by October 2022 will receive their rebate starting in the month of December 2022. So all the Rhode Island recipients continue to watch your payments in the month of December. Next one, we got South Carolina, and South Carolina rebate checks are going up to $800. We are talking about a budget plan approved in the June, $1 billion for a tax rebate, and that will provide one-time payment to South Carolina residents. The maximum rebate is estimated at $700, but that could change after the South Carolina Department of Revenue calculates the maximum amount, and these rebates will be distributed prior to December 31st, 2022, and South Carolina residents can choose to file their tax returns on or before February 15th, that is the disaster relief extension, and they will have their rebates issued in the March 2023. Those we will use the disaster relief extension. And speaking of, if you have received your 2021 refund by direct deposit, then you'll be also getting your rebate on that same account, and you can estimate your rebate on your Department of Revenue portal. Next one, we got Virginia. We got up to $250 rebates. The Virginia General Assembly approved a one-time tax rebate in the month of June, and taxpayers who are eligible and file their income taxes by October 17th should receive their rebate by end of this year. Those who file during disaster extension period, that is starting from October 18th going all the way until February 15th, won't receive their rebate until March 2023. And speaking of, taxpayers who have received a refund via direct deposit will receive a rebate of $250 per taxpayers as an individual or $500 for couples filing jointly, and that payment will be deposited onto the same bank account, and other eligible taxpayers will get checks in the mail. I hope you found this video helpful, so make sure to smash that like button for me. That really helps us. Do check out other videos from our channel, and make sure to subscribe with bell notification turn on with all notification to stay updated to new videos we upload every single day. Thank you so much for watching this video till then, and this is Kedar from How To Guys signing out.